Hello, everybody. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. This is a news story that I just shared to my Facebook. We're going to talk about this morning. A short video. The MCSO, the Sheriff's Office, Midland Sheriff's Office, continues investigations into a set of remains found in 2013. I believe this is the young girl that Angie told me about was murdered at the oil show party in October 2010. Okay, this was posted back in 2018. It says the Sheriff's Office is continuing their investigation in the set of the human remains found in 2013. Officials say they discovered on August 1st, 2013, south of I-20 near FM 1213. The remains were determined that to be of a girl between 14 to 21 years old, according to a release from MCSO. That's who I refer to as the little girl. Okay, the Texas Rangers are assisting this investigation. Okay. So anyways, I shared this right here over to my Facebook with some comments, and you know, I want to show you some evidence I have to back up what I'm saying. And the title of this is Corruption in MPD and also the Sheriff's Office is embarrassing Texas. I fully believe that. They're embarrassing. It's blatant in your face. We're going to do what we want. Law doesn't matter. Murder of little girls doesn't matter. They're covering it up. You know, that's all there is to it. I did a little short write-up here at the top, but I've copied and pasted it here on the comments, so we'll just do them from there. We're going to keep this short. I said, I believe this little girl was the one that Angie told me about who was crying because she didn't want a prostitute and then didn't wake up at an oil show party in October 2010, a party that was 5 minutes drive from my home, obviously in the underground homes. And if law enforcement was really investigating, as they said, as the news said, her murder, then were investigating her murder, then they would expose the underground homes that multiple people have said were here and talk to the high-level police that were at those underground oil show parties where this little girl was murdered at. Remember, Angie was afraid to report this murder, told me high-level police were at the party. She's leaving my home and at the party in 5 minutes. You know, I've said it I don't know how many times, that I believe she's driving to the Home Depot, parking there, going underground, coming back here via tunnel. And in my backyard, it looks like one of the 4 underground homes is here. 3-bedroom, $1 million underground homes. Used to, you could go to Google Maps here. This was Google Maps. Put in my address, 3802 Fair Circle, and you'd see a large building in the backyard on the map screen, but not on the satellite screen. You drive down the alley, you didn't see it, but you could see it from the map screen, and all these people documented saying underground homes here. That got removed in about January when I notified the city of Midland that there was evidence on Google Maps, and all of a sudden about a week later it got deleted. I think somebody with the city of Midland contacted Google Maps and had it removed in an effort to cover up this capital murder, and I think they should be charged for that. Here's the Crime Stoppers for this right here. The Texas Rangers have been working on this cold case, and through DNA, the remains have been identified as a black female rather than a white or Hispanic female as originally thought. That was the 14 to 21-year-old girl. Some people are saying that, that one of the reasons that they're not exposing the underground homes is because this is a black girl and it's a racist issue. That's been brought up. Oh, it's a black girl. It's okay. We can murder black girls. This is Texas. This is Midland, Texas. So we don't have to expose underground homes because it's a black girl, and some people are thinking that, I secretly recorded multiple people saying that underground homes were here, and one of those was a guy that was running for Midland Sheriff, for sheriff, while talking about the corruption. I provided law enforcement a map. What is known about the underground homes is the video I got here, and here's a Google Earth map that I've used many times, because on the right hand side is the whole long list of people documented saying underground homes are here. Rhonda Denman Rogers on Facebook saying, yeah, there's an underground home a half block from your house. There's a recorded phone call. A woman tells me that there's 4 3-bedroom $1 million underground homes. They're having pedophile parties down there. Okay. Screenshot. Ricky Ronaldo said him and his brother used to go in the tunnels under my house. Okay. a phone call from Layla O'Brien, recorded, a CAD programmer, said she worked on this project, finished in 1987, budget of $7.35 million. It was put in for the Bushes, called the Safe House Project. That's all in the public on YouTube. Phone call, Joe Lozano, running for Midland Sheriff, said that the late Sheriff Painter used to hide out down there in these underground homes. He didn't win the election. He was running on corruption in the Midland Sheriff's Department. That's what he was running on, was corruption. They later went and arrested Joe Lozano, and I got a feeling it was retribution because he told me that, and I recorded him. Police report, camera, officers Davis, Dickey, Chadwell, Angel, and Hale entered my home from an underground entrance. This is proven by police reports and security camera pictures on the night of the capital murder attempt on my life. Police were under my home. Somebody under my home shot me. I believe them officers know about these underground homes where that little girl was murdered at. Looks like one's in my backyard. Angie McGee Hurley, my friend, told me about the girl that was murdered at the oil show party 5 minutes from home. I don't have that recorded. She told me. I know it's true, and I have all this other evidence backing it up. I'm sure it's true. Ain't no doubt. And we got the remains of a young girl. But she's a black girl, though. Remember that. So this is Midland, Texas. Google Maps shows a large bunker in my backyard that can't be seen from above ground. Okay, and a video, concrete poured behind my home after showing Homeland where a tunnel location was at. Y'all seen that before? I showed Homeland, who was supposed to stop human trafficking, and concrete's poured 2 weeks later. You know, maybe they knew it was a black girl. You know, that's what I was wondering. Screenshot, Lance Eggleston. He said, "We have access to your residence at all times. Nobody will ever believe your story, buddy. You will be silenced, not it, but when." Obviously, Lance Eggleston knows where the underground homes are. Here's the map. I'm going to show you out the back of Home Depot. You can see where they cut the tunnel ditch for the people in the oil show party to go down where they can rape and murder little girls at, right here with high-level police. That was one of the 4 underground homes where it's believed to be. And I showed you that on Google Maps earlier where it's been deleted. And here, back here, I'm showing this is where I was back here with Homeland 2 weeks before they poured concrete back there. We're talking about absolute lawlessness. It's just hard for me to understand. You see why I'm saying that our law enforcement is embarrassing all good law enforcement. They're embarrassing the state of Texas. Jessica Lee Hadley said, "I've been to 2,000 oilfield shows. And I'll tell you what, there's more than just that one girl that was murdered or raped because she didn't do whatever they wanted her to do. You know, it wasn't Buddy saying that Jessica said it. I have the print screen. We can subpoena Facebook. Did you say that, Jessica? Yeah, she said that. Well, why did you say that, Jessica? Because it's the truth. That's why, you know." And you know, here she goes on to say, "Let me explain a little bit more about the secret place you're talking about the people that are put in charge being the police and allowed by the federal bureau that controls everything in Odessa and Midland, allows drug making, selling to children, robbing, and also murder all the time. It's happened for tens of years. I hope to God that you find a way to protect yourself while trying to expose them." Okay. And let's go on here to the next one. This guy I don't even know. I just saw his Facebook post on Old Midland. He said, "When I first moved to Midland working for a multi-billion-dollar oil company, I remember hearing talk of these huge secret parties," right? Yeah, where are they? In them underground homes. What do they do down there? Well, they go down there and they rape and murder little black girls, evidently. That's what they do, you know. It don't matter if they get caught. It don't matter if there's a map. It don't matter how many people say they're here. It don't matter if we find the remains of a little girl. Nothing matters, you know. I mean, they're just going to cover it up. It doesn't matter. The late Victoria McKinney wrote, "I know someone that was brutally raped at the show years ago. That was enough for me to stay away." This is the oilfield show, okay? And that little girl was murdered during the week of the 2010 Permian Basin International Oil Show. Here we go. It says, "I know someone's brutally raped." She goes on to say, "She no longer lives here, buddy. Moved to Snyder, I believe. The incident was probably 16 years ago, maybe less. It was when I was in sales. I can't recall all the details, but like I said, it got my attention. That show has corruption to the core. I've never attended because of the stories I've heard. Some were prostitutes being available for these guys. Some were drugs. Some were violence, as I stated. Not a safe place for a lady to put herself in." That was the late Victoria McKinney. Okay. And here on the last final comment, we're going to wrap this short video up. And make no mistake, our police are not so stupid. They don't know this girl was murdered at that underground parties. They want to cover up her murder, and they would do the same thing for your daughter or your granddaughter. I'm 100% convinced of this. Here's the picture I used, and I thought this was an interesting picture right here. What it is all our law enforcement in the area. You have the Midland Police Department, the Ector County Sheriff's Office, the Odessa Police Department, and the Midland Sheriff's Office. So you got them all, and each of them is holding a $105,000 check from the Pioneer Oil Company. That's it. And right here, all from the Pioneer Oil Company. So big oil company. You think oil companies might know something about underground oil show parties? I think they might. And interesting, the little text at the top is what I'm saying. The first owner of my home was an engineer for Pioneer. That's true. And Pioneer's donating these huge checks to our law enforcement. There's our sheriff right here, Kreiner. He's the one that won the election. He got a big old smile on his face. Then look at this check I'm holding from this oil company. What little black girl that was murdered? We don't care about little black girls that are murdered. This is Midland, Texas.